we're really excited about streaming with this new app on Facebook, and we're hoping that we can help a lot of other people. So they're able to share, uh, the people that they come across that have worn these miracle patches. They're stem cell activation patches. They're made by LifeWave by David Schmidt. He's the creator, scientist, and CEO of these. He's a genius. And the main one is the X39. That's the one that regenerates your stem cells. So that's what we're talking about tonight. And I had the pleasure of meeting Rebecca this week, and I asked her to come on. And Rebecca, uh, who told you, or how did you find out about these patches? And um, and what was your experience before trying them? And have they helped with things now? Have you noticed anything?
Okay, I can address all three of those gladly. Thank you so much. Honored to be here. And my story is that I was in a business consulting environment, helping female entrepreneurs grow and scale their business. I've been in coaching business forever and was on the front end of that for a consulting firm. And I met a lady who was needing help in selling a new business opportunity, and it happened to be the stem cell patches. And she told me the story about her husband um, putting the patch on his arthritic hand that was crippled. It was full of pain. He couldn't use his fingers. In a matter of days, all that went away. I believe she did say it was arthritis, but all those symptoms completely went away. And I was like, okay, well, hang on just a second. I said, we can help you with sales and growing and scaling your business, no problem. But let me take that hat off, and I need you to tell me where I can get that. Because, and that's what happened. And I began to tell her that I believed it was a total God thing. She told me the story of the founder, David Schmidt, and that how when he was 9 years old, he was with his parents in New Jersey somewhere at a museum or something and saw, I guess, maybe a display of an inventor that we all know, Thomas Edison. And he looked up at his parents and said, when I grow up, I want to be an inventor like Thomas Edison. And so, I mean, I can even tell that right now. I got chills again because he ended up doing just that. And I believe that God chose him, put that desire, inspired that desire in him as a little boy. And he lived it out for such a time as now. And so my story is I became a widow about 7 years ago. My husband and I had our own business, which I still have. And he also was a pastor. So we did ministry together and loved on people. And he unexpectedly passed away very traumatically in his sleep. And they did not regain consciousness. He did not. Oh, thank you, honey. Thank you. He did not regain consciousness. They did get his heartbeat back, but we were in the hospital. And when he left to go on and move to heaven, I was quite in shock, quite honestly. And I'm leaving the parking lot, and I said to Jesus, I said, I'd never been alone in my life. I was 56 years old at the time. And I said, Jesus, it's just me and you now. I need you to help me with my health and my finances. Why that came out of my mouth, I reflected. I think because of my husband having a stroke is what happened. I thought he didn't look it. I didn't expect it. Didn't have any indication of anything like that. And I just thought, oh my gosh, we really need to be aware of our health, and we're really going to leave the earth. Because, we kind of don't think about that, understandably, especially in our culture prior to COVID. We really we just live like we're going to live here forever. Anyway, so I believe that when I heard about the patches, that was another tool and a part of my journey with my health. The Lord I have a history prior to that of things he's done for me, but I won't go into that because I want to talk about the patches. And, but I had been talking to him since, I call the COVID situation Corona curveball. It was all a curveball and has disrupted all of our apple carts, if you will. And being alone, I spent a ton of time with the Lord and talked to him for hours in the morning and all throughout the day, etc. But I remember talking to him about all this, the bad news, all the concerns, side effects, etc., associated with all the situation. And I said, Lord, you are greater. And you're the God of solutions, the ultimate, problem solver. And I believe you're going to show us and raise people up in their professions, and multiple people that will have a solution for us. And it was many, many months before, when I said that. And then when I met Cheryl, I knew, and I told her, I said, I believe he was raised up for such a time as now. He got that witty invention from God, and he's one of many people. And I said, that product's going to change the world. It's going to change humanity. I totally believe it. Basically, in the charismatic world, they call that prophesying. I was just declaring what was in my heart. It resonated. I ordered the patches without knowing the name of the company or anything else. I just knew what I knew inside, that this was a God thing. So that's how I found out about them. And then what was my health like before? Yes, I've had results. I really bought them and wanted them for the reason I just expounded on, as well as I wanted to be proactive in my health, kind of preventative. I didn't knowingly have any health issues until I started having good things happen. I went, well, I guess I needed that, so to speak. And so I didn't use the tracker. The tracker is something that when people get on patches, just FYI for the audience, that is wonderful about our company, and it tracks your before and 24 hours later, then 7 days, 7 days, 7 days, and then next second month, third month. And I didn't do that because I just wanted the patches. I just like, give me the patches. But the first week, what actually happened to me was I began to go into a deeper sleep like I did when I was in high school. And sleep is, as many may know or may not know, it's like one of the number one pillars of our health. And I slept 7 hours straight. I also had a vivid dream. I hadn't had vivid dreams since my husband passed. And that's really a thing. I've been told it's our nervous system being reset. I learned it through testimonies. I learned what happened to me the first week was patch related when I heard everyone else that was tracking and telling their stories on those videos that we have Monday through Thursday that we can invite guests to. Wonderful. And you hear people's lives being changed and having hope, and it's miraculous, like you said. And I also didn't know that I kind of probably had a little bit of, definitely had a lack of energy. About 3.5 hours into my workday, I would feel, kind of heavy and like I didn't have much steam, and I had to press through that. Instead, by the end of the week, first week of patching, my energy tripled, and it's been tripled ever since, which is huge. And I felt more optimistic, and I'm an optimistic person. It was like day 3, I was like having all these ideas and energy and all this good stuff. Oh, my camera went off. Did I flash off, babe? It timed out. Can you see me? Are we good?
Yes, I see you. I hear
Okay,
you
cool.
loud and clear. I don't
My
know what
screen went black.
happened.
Oh, did you have a glitch
Really?
too? Yeah,
No?
just want to make sure. Okay, so I'll speed warp because you don't want to hear my life story, but about 2.5 months
No, you're
into it,
fine. You're fine. Go right ahead.
I remember feeling great. My best friend, I didn't try to promote it, but in my relationships, I just said, you won't believe what I'm doing when I was first ordered the patches, because she and I talk every day. She goes, I want them. So I was like, okay. And then my neighbor across the street, it was funny. Week 1, it was around Thanksgiving. I got them November 20th. We were going to do a turkey trot as family tradition. And I talked to my mom often, at the end of the night, be laying in bed, kind of leaning and talking to her. I fell asleep on her. My body was just like so relaxed. I was so embarrassed. I'd never done that before. And I thought, I hope she doesn't think I was bored. So I was telling my neighbor across the street as we were getting ready to go turkey, and I said, we were talking about da-da-da-da. And I said, I fell asleep on my mom last night. Can you believe it? Because we just share stuff. He goes, I said, I think it might be these stem cell patches. He goes, stem cell patches? What are those? He wanted them. And it kind of just happened like that for a handful of people. And so they all had similar results the first week. My best friend overcame depression. Day 3, she got up and cleaned the whole house, and she'd been struggling with that, with a shift
That
in her
is
life.
great.
Fiance
Wow.
came home and said, her fiance saw what she'd done. They're now married. He said, I just want you to know, I'm in on this. I want to get this for my parents. Okay. So her 86-year-old
See,
mother.
it spreads like wildfire. When these
Oh, yeah.
when a technology works for somebody and it changes their lives, they want to tell
Yes,
everyone. And I just know that this is just gonna, I mean, explode, and everyone's
yes,
gonna just be like, what, and hear about it. Everyone's gonna hear about it and want it.
of course.
Right now, I feel like, people are like, "What is this? I'm not so sure." I've heard
Yes,
about stem cells, but the injections. I've only heard about the injections, not these
yes.
patches. These are the patches. I've got one here on. Sorry,
Mm-hmm. There we
this
go.
one here,
Looks
and
like
I
a
like
little
to wear
band-aid.
it. Yes, I like to wear it sometimes on my heart. You can
Good
wear
for
it
you.
really anywhere. And uh, I was diagnosed with high blood pressure and diabetes, and I thought, well, why not put it on my heart? It'll help. My heart. You only have one heart.
Yes,
um,
very important.
and this is the X39, but we have other patches too. But yes. Oh, here comes Sarah finally. Hi, Sarah. Let me get her. Finally.
She is. Hi, Sarah.
Can you hear me okay tonight?
Oh my gosh, we hear you clearly, very
Okay.
clearly. That's
I'm on my
awesome.
phone. I'm on my phone because I had technical difficulties.
Good for you. You're working, you're going right with the flow and overcoming like all us girls.
I have my
So
computer set up and it's giving me issues because it must be mail tonight, but that's okay.
that's all right. I was having internet issues also for some reason. And I asked Rebecca ahead of time, I said, now this is the first time we're doing this. Would you be willing? She just seemed so sweet when I met her and saw her online. Rebecca has her own TikTok, which is amazing how she shares the patches. And I reached out to her and I'm like, well, actually, I think you messaged me first, and I was like, hi, I'm like asking you questions
Yeah. You were
like
talking about StreamYard. You were talking about StreamYard, the technology in the chat.
that's right. And you were like, well, let me know how it goes. And I'm like, I was like, well, you seem really friendly. Will you be our guest? And
It's meant to
and I
be.
warned her. I'm like, we haven't done this before. So yes, I think it is amazing how like when you tell someone about these stem cell activation patches, they don't know what they are, but sometimes you have to be quiet and just say, just put these on and I'll talk to you tomorrow, or I'll talk to you in a few days. And then they come back and they're like, oh my goodness, I know that this helped me with this certain thing because I didn't do anything else. What are they? And then they're ready to listen. And some people are skeptical because they think that you're there's like maybe a human fetus or something in the patch, but there's
Mhm.
nothing in these patches. It's all non-transdermal, and they only work by our body's heat or light, because we are light. So it's all natural. And that's what I love about it. And some people, they're skeptical and they're scared and things, but once people hear more and more about them, they'll start understanding. And that's why we have these educational, informative podcasts all of the time. Because one day, if someone's busy, one day they're gonna catch something and they're gonna be like, "Oh, I got it now," you know. But we're really excited about telling everybody about these. Everyone should know about them. I think they're for everyone of all ages, even you know, young people, and it could be for prevention. It could be to help our body do what it's supposed to do, like heal the body. And just like Rebecca was saying, about her arthritis and things. I mean, I bet you were just like, this is what I was really, needing. And you trusted your friend that showed you them or gave them to you, right? So
No, no, no. I just met her. It was a stranger. I just met her. I
Oh,
met her. It was a sales call. She was checking us out to uh, hire us to help her in sales. So
oh
no,
my goodness. That's
no.
that God put her in your path.
Yeah, it actually was just her story of her husband, and then the story she told me about the founder and what the technology did.
Gotcha. I'm trying to get Sarah back on. I'm sorry.
That's okay. Don't worry about it.
Okay. Hopefully she's coming back. Add to stream. I'm trying not to touch my computer too much because I don't want anything to freeze. All right, we got Sarah back.
You're
Okay,
going to learn how
so
to use
you're
StreamYard all together.
yeah, we all can practice. How's that? And
There you go.
you can have up to 5 people on this for free.
Awesome.
And
Well, I kept trying to log in from my computer, but my microphone wasn't working. And I tried, I bought a device for somewhere, bought this, and it wasn't working. So then I went and got my other headphones, and they didn't work, and I stole these from my son. Those didn't want to work, so I said, what can I do?
So how did you get it working?
I'm on my phone.
Has the
that's
built-in
right. Okay.
microphone. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you can do it on your phone. I couldn't see. It was like too tiny. That's why I was like trying to do it on my computer first. So, okay, so Rebecca was talking about how she was telling one friend and then, relatives and a neighbor, and they were all just like very excited and wanting to try them. You might have to mute Sarah. It's a lot of background noise.
There we go.
Okay.
Would you like me to tell a little bit of a couple of other things that might be interesting to your audience?
Yes, please, will you?
Yeah, I'm happy to, honey. So at about 2.5 months into wearing the patches, I woke up one morning and I went to you wake up, you wash your face, you brush your teeth, and I caught a glimpse of my face, like I always do, like, oh, and I went, something looks different about my face. I got in there and I was like, it looks different. It looks better. And I learned later on, I didn't believe it. I didn't have my glasses on. So I was like this. And I was like, I have a magnifying mirror. And I thought, I kind of blinked real hard. Thought maybe my eyes were foggy or something. And but it still kept looking the same. I thought, well, I need my glasses. I need my reading glasses. And I thought, no, you never have your reading glasses on in the morning. Something's happened. And sure enough, it was that collagen that is elevated when we put the patches on was doing its thing. And that's a common window of time, about in the middle of 2 and 3 month time, that people will start to notice it. But I didn't know that. I learned that later too. And I went, whoa, now let me add a little lovely caveat for all us. Really, I was going to say ladies, but men would love it too. I had an elderly friend next door who has got dementia now, and I can't get to her. And her husband passed away, broken heart during COVID. But she had the softest skin I've ever felt. And I remember asking her, why is your skin so soft? 86 years old. And she showed me the lotion she used. It's very expensive, and I've always used it. But I didn't have it on, and I started noticing my skin felt as good, if not better. Like I had the most expensive lotion on. My entire body feels that way now. That also I attribute to the elevation in the collagen. It's crazy. I mean, my whole entire body feels like I'm lathered in that buttery cream expensive lotion. I think that's huge. Obviously that's the way we were when we were younger. We didn't notice because we didn't know any different. So that's a really big deal. And more than anything, I know that proactively my stem cells are reactivated and working and doing stuff on the inside that we're not aware of. So I'm going for that optimal health, and my age is reversing, obviously, to a younger state. So it's so full of hope. It's so incredible and so miraculous. My best friend calls it a God patch. You called it. What did you say at the beginning, Andrea? What did you say? I can't remember what you said, but you called it a miracle, I think,
Miracle
or something.
patch. Miracle
Miracle patch.
patches.
That's it. She calls them God
Uh-huh.
patches, and I agree. I agree with both.
Yes, I know. I noticed my freckles went away. I used to have freckles, and
Really?
they're sunspots or age spots. And
Yeah,
now I
that's
only have
amazing.
two. I have two
Amazing.
left.
That's
And
amazing.
also I noticed a mole on each side here that was forming, and I was like, uh-oh. So I placed the patches on at night for prevention so it'll go away. And some of my spots have been going away. Like I have different spots on my skin, either on my arms or my legs. Not a lot, just here and there.
Yeah.
And I've had them surgically removed before. And
Okay.
they're not cancerous or anything, but they're like these bumps and they're ugly, you know. And so I've been putting, well, actually, I just wear, mostly I'll wear the X39 on the back of my neck, and they've been going away. They get like smooth.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Well, that's wonderful. I remember in the middle of COVID, um, starting right at about 60 years old, 61, I started feeling like I looked a little haggard, and I remember going, "Oh Lord, does this have to happen now?" And that's gone. That's
wow,
gone.
that's
And
awesome.
it's a big deal because, it can be grievous to people in their aging. I know all sorts of personalities
Mhm.
and lots of older people. And to think that, like I have a friend that's 80 and doesn't look at or act it, and she was very skeptical at first. She was watching me. And then finally she jumped on board on her 80th birthday. And now her testimony is amazing. Neuropathy symptoms, moment she patched, she never had it. She's on it like now 4 months. I didn't even know she had neuropathy. She said her cognitive skills, she thinks sharper, her more energy, more agile. These were the words that she used. I was just like, actually, all the things that happened to her, are the reason why I made a decision about 2 weeks ago, maybe 2.5 weeks ago, to make this my number one focus. It was too proven in my life, best friend, family members, and then this lady that I'm talking about. I thought I got to tell somebody, I'm like, and it's literally my passion and desire. Number one, everybody knows how much they're loved by God. Number two, they need to get patched. They need their youth renewed and their health restored and their hope, back. And so, yeah, this is my number one focus now. 100%. Huge.
That that is amazing. And do you do you feel that you doing this? I know that it's God's work, and you want to help people, but can you maybe share a little bit? It doesn't have to be a lot. Just is it a reputable? Uh, I mean, I know, but I just want you to talk
Yes,
and
yes.
talk
This is
about
a great interview question. Go for it, girl.
is it a reputable income for you?
Oh, reputable income. Yes. What happened with me is when I made the decision, it was no different than Abraham saying, "Go to a land I will show you," or Moses, "Go get my people and set them free." It's definitely a faith walk for me compared to what I've done. I'm walking away from a 30-year career in recruiting, and built my own business in it, and I've also worked for other clients as a contractor. But I actually had an offer on the table in a recruiting capacity to join an organization. And I woke up the next morning and I told the Lord, I said, I feel like that's not a lot of flags for what's in my heart, what my passion is. I'm an entrepreneur at heart anyway. And but this felt like where he was leading me to love on his people, to use my storytelling, things he had put in me that I'd been all up, kind of like, King David taking care of his sheep and then he became the king. It felt like not that I'm king, but I'm just saying the steps and the maturing and the preparing So yeah, it was interesting. I decided to do it on faith when I ran that TikTok and it went viral. For me, it went viral. I don't know what going viral means. I just know I didn't have a TikTok account, and I got on TikTok just to tell about the patches because my Instagram and my Facebook were for sharing the gospel for free. And I just felt a conflict. I thought, oh, I don't want to mix it. And so I got on there and created the videos, and the third one is the one that went like, someone told me, my best friend's daughter said, Rebecca's viral. It's going viral. And I was like, it is? I didn't even like that one. It's so funny. Yeah. And that's why I knew it was a God thing again. And I just thought, he's going to do this. And the inundation of people saying, help me. I want this. How do I get this? Da, 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 da. I am still catching up and have not been able to reach all the people. And what I'm hearing, because my heart is ministry and loving on his people. Like I'll love on you and you, Sarah, and everybody. It's just what I do. And now when I'm processing and listening to someone's health issues and telling them about the patch and, helping them get an order in, et cetera. And some people have said, I want to do what you do. I mean, it's just like, okay, really? Like that. And I'll get off the phone and I'll walk in my living room and I'll say, I love what I get to do. Thank you, Father. Thank you, Jesus. I could cry right now. And it's restoration for my heart, because I left the church that we were at, that my husband and I were, pastoral leaders and such, and moved from Texas to Charlotte, where my daughter lives, and gave up all of that in this next season of life. So it's restoration for me. It's amazing. It's purpose, of the highest passion and purpose. So it's a beautiful God story.
Yes, it is. Oh, I love it. I just love having you on tonight.
Thank you.
Yes, everything you say, I'm just like wanting to know more and more and more.
Well, I'll tell you more whenever you want to hear it, honey.
Okay. Let's see. I wanted to know. Okay, so a lot of people are wondering, because the TikTok that I posted on my page that blew up viral. And I know what you mean about trying to get back to everybody. It takes a
Yes.
while, and then you still, not everyone's on TikTok every day, so they don't see your messages when you're replying back. So,
Right.
but mine was about a dog that had tremors, and they
Oh,
placed the patches on the dog. My friend Jennifer let me. She let me borrow it. She's like, "Here, God bless you." And I didn't know it was gonna blow up, and it was like, will this help with my tremors? Is this just for pets? Is it for humans too? And
wow.
it is. It's
Oh,
for
chills.
it's for I mean, it's for humans. It's
Yeah.
for pets, plants,
Mm-hmm.
fish. I mean, anything that's living, it's going to help it. And this dog had tremors. It was someone shot it in the face, and it had shrapnels, and it was a rescue dog, and it just trembled and nothing would help. And she placed the patches under his collar, um, kind of like this at Milo's.
Yes.
Put it under the collar. Let's see.
Your background being blurred, put it right. There you go. There you go. I see it. Mm-hmm. There you go. Put it right in front of your face and it'll show on the camera better.
Oh.
Yeah. There you go.
And that's what I do with my dogs every day. They're patched every single day.
Amazing.
I save the patches and then I put them on them with bandage tape, because sometimes the sticky doesn't work. And you can wear them 12 hours on, 12 hours off, and then you can place them on their dogs.
Amazing. Yeah. I tell people when I first talk to them on the phone, do you have any pets? And then I tell them, not when you get done at night, it's amazing. I had one girl say that's what sold hers when I told her about the pets, because we love our babies.
Yes, they're definitely our babies. Sarah, do you have any questions or anything that you
Oh, there's,
your dog?
oh, what kind of baby do you have?
So
Chihuahua.
she's not mine. Mine's in Costa Rica. But this is Coco. And so I was thinking, I just bought this Halloween t-shirt for her. But you could put them on her t-shirts too. I'm
Yeah.
staying at my mom's house, and this is my daughter's dog that stays with my mom. So I put this on to take a picture and send it to them. But you could put
Oh,
it under their shirts too.
absolutely. Absolutely. Oh, she's so cute.
And the patches go over clothing too. You can put
Yeah.
them under your clothing or even over top. They still work.
I heard that if it's 6 inches close, it can be as far as 6 inches away from the body and still impact it, which is pretty incredible.
Yes, because nothing's going into the skin. It's all light.
Yep.
It's sending a signal to your body to do what it does best, and it activates uh, uh, GHC-copper peptide. Copper
GHK-copper
peptide.
peptide.
That's a very tongue-twisting word. And that's what regenerates your own stem cells. Did you have any questions for Rebecca, Sarah? I know you probably missed part of it.
Not that I can think of at the moment.
Rebecca, is there anything else that you could think of that you would like to share? And
maybe I would just maybe talk about the founder's heart. I love his story. He, when we're telling all these amazing things, I'm a geek. I've become like, I mean, I sat in my first live meeting about a half hour from here, and it was a retired chiropractor and his wife that were using it for educational purposes. And I got to meet some of our directors that have been, in our organization for a while, and that was really cool. But I sat there literally in the back with tears because I thought what stirred up inside of me is I want to learn everything I can more about why the patches work, how our body's made. The Bible says that we're fearfully and wonderfully made, and it just comes extra alive to me. And the founder who created this, first of all, it's a debt-free company. How many people can say that? And he's made a lot of sacrifices to do what he's doing, and he's passionate about it. But he gives credit for the invention that it's wisdom and witty inventions from above. He calls, he'll say the divine. He gives credit to the Lord. He's very humble. And there's a lot of generosity demonstrated in every way within the organization. And the people that I get to work with, they all, I mean, there's so much love and support and care. It doesn't seem real, kind of like the patches. My mother said, "That sounds like snake oil." I said, "Yeah, it does, but it's not." and it is. It's kind of like, to me, on the tracker sheet, it says a historical breakthrough. To me, it's almost like biblical proportions. When I keep hearing these testimonies, my dad's Alzheimer's symptoms have gone away. He now knows my name. He now can have a conversation with me. He went and played golf with my brother. All that had left him because of the symptoms of Alzheimer's. I was just like every time I say it, my whole body's covered with chills. It's a cruel disease and the symptoms that go with it. I can go on and on and on about so many things like that. So for me, I was going to talk to you we're talking about the compensation. What I did on those, responding to those people, because of my line of work in recruiting, I was always on straight commission most of the time. But I know how to bring in what I need to serve my clients. And what God did with that TikTok, perhaps that viral was just to confirm this is the way, walk ye in it or something, because I recognized I only focused on one thing. He's given me business strategy all the days of my life and trained me. I've literally had supernatural wisdom from above. And he had been telling me for the last couple of months to simplify everything, because I'm always problem solving for anybody and everybody 24/7. And I saw how there was all this chaos and confusion on the earth and in corporations and things like that. And I want to problem solve and have a solution for them. And I'm looking at all this influx of people and I'm like, Lord, what's the flow here? Help. And I was setting my desk up for it and mapping it out. And I wrote down my number one single-minded focus is get them patched. That's it. And think about how to get that one patch, like you said, get it on their body.
Mm-hmm.
And the Lord's his intervention in waking up my stem cells the way he created them to work, designed us. Most people, I did not know what the stem cells did until this patch. And I think I think the majority of people are that way. So I started Googling in the mornings. And when I found out, I was like, oh my gosh, I had no idea that this super simple stem cell patch on my body uses the heat and the light, reflects it back like a mirror. And it took him 39 times to get the formula right, the proprietary part, to point to the wake up call to the stem cells that mine are almost all asleep until I got on the patch. 30 years old, half years are asleep. Wakes up those dormant stem cells, and they're the only repair cells of our body. They go march into the most important thing first. So they're smart cells too,
Yeah.
and they know what's needed for our health. And that's how God made us. And I believe that this is part of the restoration of renewing our youth. I think, yes, we all are going to die, but I think we're dying sooner than we need to. Toxins and stress and diet and all the things. And we can wake up back up all the stem cells that we have, and they also regenerate new ones and get some of that aging reversed and live a little longer, a little happier. So it all points to God, total God thing. It's so exciting. I could talk about it forever, ridiculously. It's genuine enthusiasm and belief.
Yes. Oh, that's fantastic. Yes.
We get to love on people, and we get to literally shed the light on the what this is, and we're beings of light. I didn't know that either, and it's just, I'm in awe of God all over again every day. Lovely people. It's just, and the connectability, because so many people are so sick on so many things that are having additional side effects, and they're just, oh gosh. So
yes,
it's a calling. It literally could be a ministry and a mission for people and a purpose. If you're looking for a purpose, first of all, you want to get your health back and your hope and your health, you're healthy and you're happy back. But it's really just sharing. It's really just sharing. I mean,
that's right. And it's only about or less than a cup of coffee a day. And I see some people that they just spend money, on DoorDash or, deliveries, and they won't go to a store and pinch, and they'll just pay extra for the convenience of certain things. And
you can find $3. You can find $3.34 that you're blowing somewhere. Or
that's right.
I mean, it costs me $5 even when I make my own meals. I can skip a meal, to have my health restored. Oh yeah, you can find it.
What's more important, needing to go out to eat 3 times a week or get these patches on your body?
Exactly. Yeah. And we can help people find that money. We can walk with them and help them change their mindset, because it is a shift, and we are changing our paradigm, the way we look at health, and we're taking our health back. Getting educated.
That's right.
Feels empowering too.
It does, because we're helping people with their health and financially, and a lot of people don't realize that. Sharing these patches helps us pay for our patches so that we can be healthy too and wear them and not have to worry about I'm not gonna buy these every month and things. I do not go a day without these patches. I wear them every single day, and I've been wearing them for the last 2 years.
2 years. That's amazing. That's why you don't look your age. I don't know if you want to tell anybody, but I can't believe. Do you know her age, Sarah? She does not look her age.
Thank you. Yeah, I turned 50 in January. Yeah.
You look like you're 30, not 50 to me.
Thank you.
Yay, God.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I suffered with anemia for many, many years, probably the last 20 years, if not longer. And there was times where they wanted to give me a blood transfusion. And I recently went to the doctor and got my, it was my checkup and got my blood test done and everything. And they told me, whatever you're doing, stop eating whatever is giving you more iron because it's really high. And I was like, what? That was awesome. Like, you know how many years I've been trying to get that up, and these patches are just regulating my body. They've regulated my hormones, and my tests came back. All of them came back so good.
Yay.
I'm so excited.
That's wonderful, honey. That is fantastic. Well, one of the things that I've been amazed at is how many doctors I like to be on the practitioner calls. I mean, that's what I'm thinking. I'm like, do I need to go back and get my medical degree? No, you don't. You need to do what you're doing. But the stories where you hear a doctor finding out about the patches through a patient coming in their doors that they hadn't seen in a while and they've been patching, and they're like, what are you doing? That. And then the doctors get on the patches and now they're adding there to the protocol. Come on now.
That's awesome.
They could see the difference. Yeah, it's amazing.
That is amazing. And since this is our first StreamYard that we've been on here, if we get cut off, because I can't remember if it's Zoom or StreamYard that we only get 45 minutes. We're approaching that, so I didn't want it to shut off with that, Rebecca.
I read in there that you only get to do
But
2 hours total for free, a month, I think, or I don't know. I saw that when I just hopped on here first time. But okay, no problem, honey. Well, we probably
okay,
need to
on StreamYard. Okay, yeah, that's no problem. And I really appreciate you being on here, Rebecca. It's been a treat,
thank
and
you.
I'm so excited. It's gonna stream on my Facebook, and I'm gonna try to record it. And if you need it, we can figure that out. So if you need
Awesome,
a
honey.
recording of it,
Thank you, honey.
I really
Love to
appreciate
have
you
it just
being
for
on.
the record. It was my pleasure to be a part of the first flagship StreamYarding live for you two girls. Happy to encourage, support you in any way I can, honey. And thank you for the honor of being a part of your journey here.
You're welcome, and I'm really excited about meeting in person.
Yeah, me too. Love to meet both of you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.